Hi everybody, this is Denise Upsall. I am a Purple exclusive presenter with Younique and one of your uplines. I'm doing this video, it'll probably be seen by our whole team, but I spoke with one of our Orange Elite presenters, Amy Flanagan, earlier, and some of her downline had some questions about our back office and the compensation and how all the different numbers work and what they mean and all that. So it can be very overwhelming, especially when you first start out. So I'm hoping that I can give you a little tour of the back office and explain how things work and clear some things up. So as you can see, I'm starting out on my Younique website, and we're going to start off up here under my office. This is what we refer to as the back office, which you'll hear a lot. And I'm going to start out with my royalties. So as my royalties load up, everybody's royalties page looks basically the same. As you know, when you start out as a presenter, you are a white level entry presenter. You must sell $125 to be qualified, and then that makes you officially a white level presenter. Your next step in the trying to move up the ranks is yellow level presenter. One of the most important things about yellow is you go from a 20% commission as a white level presenter to a 25% commission as a yellow level presenter, which is around $2 difference commission-wise per mascara. And of course, the commission differs based on the product, but since mascaras are bread and butter, that's usually what I use to, explain things to people. So yellow is also the only color advancement in our system that you do not have to complete in a calendar month. You can do it as quickly or take as long as you would like to become a yellow level presenter. So there's not a time limit there. That number will roll over from month to month. Your personal retail sales will roll over until you get to $1,000. And once you hit $1,000 in sales, your commission then goes up to 25% and it will never go back down. So that is a very important first goal for you to have as a new presenter. So we started to talk there about personal retail sales, and what does that mean? That is just exactly what it says, your personal retail sales. So if you sell a mascara set for $29, then $29 will be added on to whatever column you're in at the time, onto that column. So right now, for example, it's the beginning of the month. So I have only had 2 orders for mascara. I've only sold $58. And so that's what I have credit for here is $58. It shows I need $192 more to meet the $250 requirement. So every $29 that I sell, or however much the product is, that exact amount gets added in here, because this is all about retail price and retail sales. So after you become yellow, then your next step, of course, is pink. The $250 in personal retail sales is one of the requirements. Another main requirement is that you have one qualified first level presenter who's signed up underneath you. So that would be someone who's directly under you on your first line. And for them to be qualified, that means that they have sold $125 during the month in question, the month that you're in, the month that you're working towards pink. So if you have both of those things checked off, then you're going to be looking at your company wholesale sales. So the difference here is that we are talking about wholesale sales, and wholesale for us is 75% of the retail cost of the item that's being sold. So in this PRS box, when you sold $29, it goes up by $29. In the wholesale box, if you sell a mascara for $29, the amount here only increases by $21.75. And I got that number by taking 29 and multiplying it by 0.75, 75%, and that is $21.75. So if you need a refresher on that at some point, these are clickable links. You can click on this and it will tell you that your company is your entire downline. So it includes you and everyone who signs up underneath you, regardless of what status they are, how far down the line they are, if you have any idea who they are, or they live on the other side of the country or the other side of the world, they're always going to be part of your company. And that number there is your company, the number you were looking at. That's your company sales. It's 2,000 you're trying to get, your company wholesale sales. So that is 75% of the retail amount. So when this says that you are required to have $2,000 in wholesale sales, that's not exactly $2,000. It's $2,000 wholesale, which is $2,500 retail. So you want to take that, whatever number, whatever box you're working on, whatever color, you want to take that number, 2,000, you want to multiply it by 1.25. And that's going to give you the full amount. It's going to take that amount, add back in the 25%, which, just for, explanation purposes, the 25% they take off to make it a wholesale number, that's the commission that you're receiving from yellow status on. So $2,500 is the retail amount that must be sold for this box to be checked off. So you take your $2,500, you can do your mascara math, divide it by 29. That means you and your company, whether that's just you and your one first line presenter, or you and 400 people underneath you, you need to sell 87 mascaras to get this box checked off. And so the same rules apply as you go along. The numbers just go up. When you hit green elite presenter, things start to change a little bit. And that is where your circle comes into play. Now that circle number is calculated the same way as the company wholesale, because this is circle wholesale. So whatever it shows you here, $2,000 circle wholesale, is actually $2,500 retail. But you need this out of your circle. So what is your circle? What does that mean, right? So let's go back. For me, I started back in February, and in March, I was pink. And I had 12 people in my company. All 12 were in my circle because no one had turned green. So when you turn green, we have a breakaway compensation plan. So when someone turns green, they kind of break away. They're still in your company, but they break away and they break off of your circle. So at this point for me, everything was the same. I had the same amount of people in my company and my circle, and my company sales and my circle sales were the same. So then in April, I jumped to orange from pink. It's a very nice month. And this was the first month for me where I had a first generation elite. And that means someone on my first generation qualified as a green elite presenter. So this helped qualify me to become an orange elite presenter. But here's where the numbers changed a little bit. I had 40 people in my company at that point. So everyone underneath me, that was a total of 40 people. But by the end of the month, I only had 26 people in my circle, because that one person who turned green, they had 14 people in their company that they took with them when they left. So you can see here, so you need, as you can see up here, you need $10,000 in company wholesale sales to qualify for green. Well, you can see here they're my first generation. They had $118, and that's the difference between my company number and my circle number. If you added my circle to this $10,000, you're going to come up with $23,985. So your company number and your circle number, that's where they start to change. So as you can see for November, my company was 113,000 and then some. And I had first, second, and third generation elites. And so all of those numbers get subtracted off of this company number in order to give me a circle number. Well, that left a small amount in my circle compared to prior months. So I only qualified to be paid as orange for the month of November rather than purple. But since I have, once you reach the requirements for a status and you are named that, you will always be considered that. So my all-time recognized status is purple. That's not going to change. Even if I only got paid as pink or yellow, if I did nothing all month, I would still be recognized as a purple level presenter. But this last month, because I had my fourth elite, I was only left with $4,000 in my circle. And the moral of that story is continue to grow your first line as much as you can, because as you train them and they grow and they grow up and they move out of the nest, and you're left with those who haven't turned green, elite, which is wonderful, but maybe more challenging to get those sales that you need in your circle wholesale sales in order to meet all these goals. So, yeah, as you can see, at this point in the month, I have 547 people in my company and also in my circle. That's because since it's only the second, no one has turned green yet. But as soon as they do, then $10,000 will come off of this company number, and it will continue to come off as they continue to increase their company sales for the month. So that is why we really recommend always working on growing your first line. And other than that, I think that covers most of what we need to cover. I'm going to post this video, and I would love any comments, suggestions, questions, whatever you have. You can post them in the comments below the video. You can message me if you feel more comfortable. You can friend me first. However you want to do it, whatever's going to help get your questions answered. I want to make sure you all understand how this plan works and how to make it work for you as you grow your businesses. So I'm so incredibly blessed to have all 547 of you on my team. And thank you for working so hard for making November so fabulous. And I look forward to seeing what we do in December. So please let me know what questions you have. And I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving break and that you are having a good night tonight. And we will talk again soon. So thanks for listening and watching.